believe that I've gone online. Hello and welcome to another Wraggys live. It's been a while. Again, it was about a week or two ago, to be fair. But today I'm unboxing, and I've just managed. Remember to take my address off the box. Well, I hope I have anyway. Yeah, 2 boxes, a little box and a bigger box. So I'm gonna give it 5 minutes or 10 minutes to good evening POW, how are you? And in the weather warm, bloody hell, freezing about a week ago before I went on my holiday, and you come back and it's quite warm today, although we've got bad weather coming in again in Nottinghamshire. A yellow warning for bad weather. Flipping heck, those people who live near rivers, you know, you've got to feel for anybody who lives near low rivers, because it's a shit time to be that sort of person. But anyway, good evening, everyone. Yeah, doing well, actually. First day back at work, you know, it's always the killer, isn't it? Going back to bloody work after a nice week off. And fair bit of boozing went off last week, although I was ill all week with a stinking cold. It's funny, you get back to work and what happens? The cold's gone, and it's like, you absolute shizbag. Still coughing a bit up, mind you, but jobs are good. So I'm on the Baltic Porter. It's only 6.5%. Didn't want to go too heavy. First day of the week, you know, we don't want to be going too heavy. So yeah, got neon 100 quid's worth of beer from LowCostbeer. Kindly gifted to the channel a gift card. Good evening, Kevin. And yeah, kindly gifted to the channel, and unbelievable kindness. The person involved does not want his name or her name putting on the internet. I know who it is anyway. So, yeah. So yeah. Oh, how is everyone doing? England bobbed it on Saturday against the All Black, South Africa, didn't they? But how can you play? How can you play against somebody who can belt a football and get a goal, if that's what you call it, from the other end of the pitch? Because it makes it, you always got that ability to win, haven't you? You know, that extra point that you need, or however many points it is. I don't know how many points these bloody things are. I'm not really one for rugby, to be honest. I watch it and yeah, it just looks like someone's going to hurt their head. And I've hurt my head enough in the last few months. Don't want to be hurting it again. Good evening, Christopher. Slight delay there. Yeah, doing well, doing well. Nice to have a bit of warm weather, still warmish weather. Bit cold in the morning. Coolish anyway, about 5 degrees, but at least this time of day, yeah, it's not been too bad, to be fair. And I've had a day on my own as well, so that's good. Just sampling the latest bagging boxes from Daleside Brewery. Soon beyond the Christmas sales. Bagging box from Daleside Brewery. Where are they based? Out of curiosity. Good evening, Tad. How are you? And yeah, Daleside Brewery. Can't even think where that is. Not Nottingham, surely. Not that Daleside Brewery, because we did have one. I'm sure it was Daleside. Was it Flipside? I don't know. So many breweries these days. Didn't half drink some beer last week. Not as much as I could have drank. And certainly, you know, not as much as I took with me. Harrogate. But interesting down in Bournemouth. Good evening, Sam. How are you? I'm doing well. Interesting down in Bournemouth, this 18-year-old thing on the pubs. It's really strange. Not bad, besides being made redundant. Shit. That's bad, mate. I do apologise for that. Anything lined up? You know, I mean, there's always jobs out there. But yeah, it's not easy at short notice. Not easy at all. I mean, there always are jobs these days, depending on what you want to do. That's the only downer. And yeah, there's a lot of crap employers these days. Good evening, Adam. Mr. Mercybears, how are you? Yes, the wife, she's out for an hour and a bit, so as long as the internet don't die on me. Oh, it's gone back up to normal now. Thank God for that. Do you know something? I used to be scared stiff of losing my job. And do you know now? I'm not. I have confidence that I will, with my abilities and the fact that I can diversify. You know, if it came to it, I'd tap up some brewery mates and say, any jobs? Yeah. As long as it's above bloody minimum wage. Yeah. And I suppose that's the thing. If you're not on a massive wage, the thing with going into another job isn't so bad. Anyway, I'll just drink this Baltic Porter. They are supposed to give you a certain period of notice by law, don't they? Good evening, Robert. Just having a bad cat bitter. Ooh, bad cat. I need to brew some more. I've been looking at the Love Brewing kits. You know why we're on about brewing. But I'm really not happy with the Imperial Stout. I really do think that the Imperial Stout's been downgraded. The barley wine now, for me, is the best kit in the country. Yeah, Baltic Porter. Dark lager. Who knew? Do you know, I did one a while ago, and it Baltic Porter, and then it said dark lager, and I'm like, well, what is it? Is it a bloody porter, or is it a lager? And obviously, it is. It is actually both. Strange. So, I'll crack open the beers. Try not to get me a dress on. Double your notice period. I always thought that if you're paid monthly, it should be a month's notice minimum, depending on how long you've been there. Obviously, if it's weekly pay, then it's a bit different. It's amazing how these companies get away with bad, you know, treating employees like shit. Yeah, I've had quite a few, Sam. I've actually, with Magpie Brewery based in Nottingham, actually brewed on their kit a Schwarzbier on their kit, and they actually made 3 different beers with that. So it was a Schwarzbier to start off with, but they used the brew, blended it into other beers. Don't ask me how. I'm not that knowledgeable. Right, let's get rid of some of this. Ooh. So here we go. The start. Let's dump the bloody rubbish on the floor. Right. Oh, got some tape. There you got some more tape. Can't be a bit of packing, can you? Anyway. So, wow. From Overtone. I hope this shows up the right way around. It's their TDH tipper. 10%. I need to get the magnifying glass out. This is going to be very important in 2 days' time, because I'm taking it to the brewery with me. I'm actually brewing a beer at Alter Ego Brewing on Wednesday, although he ain't got back to me with the time. So hopefully. So this is Explosions in the City, a TDH triple dry hopped, triple IPA. Hops are Citra, Eldorado, Matueka. 10%. Oof. Big beer from Overtone. Where Emperor's Brewery was at the other day, doing a collab, some sort of Star Wars jobby. I would contact, who is it? Can't think of the bloody word now. You know, the people, Citizens Advice. If you've been diddled, contact them, just to make sure you're not being robbed. Or ACAS even. ACAS is a good one, Tad. Contact ACAS and say, here's what they've done, and you might find that they are truly in the wrong. So another one from Overtone. These are the what they call breathtaking brews from Low Cost Beer. So it's their beers, basically, you know, latest beers released, nowhere near out of date like that. Just big beers that they put through the website every now and again. So this is Cheer, cuz ACAS over Citizens Advice. Yeah. We had problems at my workplace when I was at the Park Estate working for them, absolute tossers. And I don't mind saying that on camera because they were tossers. And they were coming out with bollocks after bollocks about paying for fucking work stuff, having to give them a month's notice. And I was 2p'd over, you know, the old wig thing, Donald Trump. And it actually ended up, it was 2 weeks. And God, did I give that, you know, and then I didn't have to pay for the uniform. I'd only worn one fucking t-shirt. Oof. So yeah, Churkos, 8%. And this is a double dry hopped dipper. So hops are Nelson Savin and Motueka. Talking about Trembling Madness, someone said to me that their prices have shot up recently. I know what you just said there, I can see that. So yeah, balancing into it. For me, it's the balance of the rest of the beers in my order over, you know, the price maybe of something that may you know, that is expensive, I suppose, or may not be more expensive. So no, Overtone, everything changing. Everything changing, yeah. A double dry hopped dipper again. Do like their double dry hops, don't they? Nelson Savin, Motueka, Ruwaka, Pacific Sunrise. So a bit of New Zealand going on. That's free. Next one. An Overtone again. There's a lot more different than just Overtone, but so Pure Magic, 8.4%. And again, a double dry hopped dipper. So they do like their dippers, don't they? And they're double dry hopping. Galaxy, Motueka, and Strata. The good fellow Blue Nose Bear Reviews was on about Strata yesterday. So, next one. Yeah, I mean, I've got Adventure Beer. I've got again, and this is part of that donation of 2 gift cards, one for £100 at Low Cost and one for Adventure Beer. So daily lives all the way up to Christmas, which is nice, especially with the locals, because if I've reviewed it before, but I've gone for the plain one this time, so I'm just going to pick and mix them. Trembling Madness have a load of expensive imports on recently, but at the moment there's only 2 or 3 big beer importers, so the prices are similar across the board with all beer shops. Right, yeah. I'll be glad when things start to go south again on the prices, whether they will or not. That's another thing. So again, from Overtone, this is Econaut Phase Mom. Econaut Phase Mom, 10%. Good evening, Dave, Mr. Goathead. How are you, matey? So this is a double dry hopped tipper. The hops are Econaut, Econaut Cryo, Econaut Incognito, Motueka, Kahatu, and Eldorado. Wow, quite a few hops. I have done, yeah, Adam. Yeah. Good evening, Neil. How are you? Yeah, I did. I thought to myself, it's the best way. There'll be a load of new beers. There may be some that I've already reviewed, mind, but yeah, hopefully they taste good, because there was 1 or 2 over the last. I haven't done it for 2. I didn't do it last year. I did Low Cost, and that was it. The year before, it was Thornbridge and Adventure Beer. This year, it's at Adventure Beer, and I'm not sure yet. Really not sure who to go for. Got to be careful though, because time's running out. Tell you what, Ramsby Brewery, Sam, cracking brewery, ever so clean, Harry keeps a really clean brewery. I've seen a lot of breweries, and yeah, they're not as clean. Let's put it that way, without naming names. So Overtone, our barley aged, and it looks like the internet's having a funky. I reckon StreamYard dies every now and again because there's nothing wrong with my internet into the shed. Oh, there we go. Back to full. 12.5%. Says on the back, barrel aged Impy Stout. And hops and Magnum. Blue Monkey use a lot of Magnum hops in their beers. So they're the Overtone beers, as it was, breathtaking brews. Put them on the floor. Oh, gosh. Now to get into the other box. So let's move this up because it's bloody heavy. I'm not lifting the box. Far too heavy. I won't tell you how much I spent last week, but it was a lot. On beers. But, you know, when I go visiting parts of the country, I just want to, you know, buy whatever I can. Was it Harry who was critical? I actually thought it was Jim who was critical. They have got a new head brewer gone in. So you've got the owner / brewer, Tom, and now you've also got Craig. Craig being there as well should give them the ability to be cleaner. I to be honest, when I've been in, it's been pretty clean, but Low Cost are supposedly doing one, but like Low Cost, I haven't come across a lot of out-of-date beers just recently. So let me dump that on the floor. Good evening, Paul. Yeah, the beer wall. There's a lot of beers, a lot of Bournemouth area beers and Wiltshire, that sort of area on the wall behind me. Yeah, none of these that I'm taking out tonight are going to get on the beer wall. I'm going to have to do beer reviews and then chuck the odd one into the beer wall just to... So, here we go. I've got the Panda Pop bottles. And, yeah. So, I went and got a load of ciders this time. I thought to myself, let's do some ciders on the channel. So I've got Dabinet medium cider. I don't know if you can even see that in the light. And 7% from Pot and Press in Bedfordshire. So never heard of it. So new one on me. Oh, fuck it. Chuck that one down there. Next up, from our cider again, Farmhouse Dry Cider, 6%. Richard's Cider in Somerset. Homemade Beer Advent Calendar. Yeah, I don't want to go down the homemade route. I was going to go Brewdog, but I've looked at the beers and the shit. You know, without being horrible to Brewdog, they are shit. The selection's not the best in the Brewdog Advent Calendar. There's about 5 beers that I want, and then there's about 12 that I really don't want. Copper Beach medium cider, 6.9%. Cockeyed cider. That'll be me after a few of these. From Devon. So, good part of the world. Chuck that one in there. Get you out of the way. All right. Next up, Derbyshire Vintage Dry Cider. I will, when I review these, try and make sure that I've got my other phone in here to get a decent image of them. Ashover Cider from Derbyshire. So Ashover Cider, never had one from them. Not far away from where I am. And last one up, Apple Red, 8.4%, sessionable. Farmer Jim's Cider. So, oof. Brewdog Advent Calendar, 21 out of 24 of the beers available in the supermarket all year round. Yeah, that's not great, is it? You know, if I'm buying an Advent Calendar, I want to be drinking beers that at least I haven't had, not too many of them before, at least. I do like the Thornbridge Advent calendar, but I don't know. It's difficult. Yeah. Right. Oh, they've wrapped these well. As long as they don't break, eh? Good evening, Herbert Bickerdike. Bless your old tongue. Went to a craft beer pub on Saturday, told him to fill my takeaway bag with 6 pints. He put 12 in a Verdance Sundancer. £5.50 a pop, charged £2.50 a pop. Result. That is good, isn't it? Can't fault that. Shocking. Yeah. It's put me off getting the... is Brewdog a good beer? It's pretty decent. It's funny when you come on, obviously on YouTube, that there's people's names, and then you look and you think, who's this person under a different name? Anyway, next, not a lot of beers. So, oh, well, there's a dinky one here. So, here we go. I think that says a dog brew bitters. Yeah. Talking about dog, brew dog. Jesus Christ, that's... Has anybody had the Shoreline? I got wet dog on the aroma, and the taste wasn't much better either. Alcoholic drink, 30% alcohol. I only got it because it was 30%. I thought 200 mils of 30%. I'm having that. It's good down. That'll just go down in one pop, that will. Job's a good one. So I've never heard of the brand. Let's have a look where they're from. Just out of... I do like Elvis juice. Yeah, I like Elvis juice. From Victoria Island in Lagota or something. I don't know. Yeah. Ginger and honey, 30%. Oof, get in. Yeah, we'll have that one. Anyway, let me have a beer. All this talking. Baltic Porter, Mangrove Jacks. Tell you what, absolutely stunning. Carling is better than Shore Leave. Shore Leave's one of the worst fucking beers I've had in a long while. I had a wrenching stomach afterwards. I had to go up the house and top up with something decent. So, from Brouwerds de Molen, it's Op and Top. There we go. If anybody's had that before, it's different. Never heard of them. Never heard of them at all. This is what I like about low cost beer. You get some random stuff. Pale ale, 4.5%. Does say something on there, so that's too strong. What, the 30%? I'll be having that fucker. With a blow of citrus, Cascade and Columbus. Where are they from? Netherlands. So yeah. Dutch beer. Baltic pub, yeah. Did I tell you where we're going to in April? Oh, no. Going to have to go over some water to an island where a man from Bolton likes a slurp. Ah! Isle of Man, eh? Or is it Isle of Wight? Isle of Man, Isle of Wight. Over water. It's got to be some one of them too, I would have thought. So, Porterhouse Brew Company. It's their red. Irish ale. Would you drink from a sweaty clog? No. No, there are limits. Oh, I've drank from some disgusting glasses. So, 4.2% Irish ale. Isle of Man Beer Festival. Oh, get in. So where are these based? Ireland. Love the cap as well on the top. Very different. Now, why not? Why not? Yeah, Isle of Person. Yeah, you've got to be careful these days, haven't you, with woke? You know, people being a bit temperamental. And sometimes I do reviews and I'm thinking to myself, I better be careful what I say. I'm a man from Bolton who likes a slurp. Fair play, fair play. Which league are Bolton in these days? Bolton Wanderers. Are they in the Championship or is it Division 1 now? I can never remember. I can't. Maple Moon. So, Benno, Trappiston Beer. Sounds like something from Ilkeston. Yeah, wrong way round. There we go. Benno, the Benno Viaduct in Bennerley Viaduct in Ilkeston. Yeah. And it looks like the internet's having a slight funky again. Porterhouse are the ones that brew the new Conor McGregor Stout. Not seen that. I might have seen that, but in a 4-pack only. I'm not paying for 4 beers just to review one. Unless I've got plans to do more than one review, you know, like a beer versus beer. League One now, shit. Then again, you go up to the Premiership, and unless you can stay in the Premiership, then, and you know, but you start getting all these big name players, and then all of a sudden you have a bad year, then all of a sudden it takes years to recover from that. Forest, it's happened to Forest. Leicester are doing well at the moment, though, to be fair. Conor McGregor, good evening, Mr. Hobson. Conor McGregor brought out Porterhouse. Well, he's got the money, hasn't he? Let's be fair. So, from, I can't read the bugger. Free Assembly, it's their premium pills. If Manny wanted to wear a frock, he would have been locked away. It's the people it's the transgender people that are competing in women's sports where there's a bit of an issue. Surely, you was never born a woman. So regardless of if you had bits and bobs chopped off, you're still more powerful than most women are. That's but anyway, I'm not going down that route. That's for people, you know. Yeah. But yeah. Next one. Again, never heard of this one. Never heard of this. Grisette. What's it called? Blanche Whitbit. I've bought a 4-pack just to review Forge Stout. I'm all about the views. There are some like that. Yeah. I think I've given up on views. That's why I do these short beer reviews. I only do it to tag in a brewery. I just like it as it's a joke to me. But yeah, all good fun. I'll have about 50,000 reviews before the end of the next year, and if you can call them reviews anyway, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Where are these based? Belgium. So yeah, new one on me. Should be fun. Hopefully it doesn't taste like Hoegaarden. Yeah, that is one taste. I don't want to replicate it. I'm not really a Hoegaarden fan. Are you related to a bold man from Carlisle? I did wonder that. Or a person who lives in the Isle of Man as well, Adam. So, from Partisan Brewing, the legendary brewers of the wine-aged beers or whatever they were, sours. Yeah, they were quite the beers back in the day. Oh, that was comedy gold, that was. Especially on the second day. When, as a person who's not really drank, at that time at least, not really drank that style of beer, to get another bloody Partisan, they must have been pissing themselves at Low Cost, because they'll know that I'll follow the numbers. And they must have been sitting there thinking, yeah, fucking put that in just for the laugh. I never did ask him, actually. No, or did we chat about it? There was some funniness about it. There was. Oh, bloke dropped dead by me. Oh, never mind. I just carried on. Good afternoon, Thomas. How are we? So yeah, Partisan Stout, 5.8%. My only critique of breweries is that please put on your bloody beer, see, smell, taste. It's as simple as that. Not for me, but for a lot of people who have no idea what it tastes like. Hey, this is a little perler. Had to have this one. So from Ray and Nephew, is it Nephew? Yeah, Ray and Nephew. Make a good ginger wine if you like your ginger wines. Or is it a rum? I don't know. I don't know. I've drank a bit over the years. I've had one or two. A rum cream liqueur. 15%. 20 cls. 20 cls. That's not going to last long, is it? You know, it's going to go down very quickly. And I'm going to enjoy it very quickly, you know. Hi, Thomas from Wet Wales. We've seen some rain, haven't we? And again from Partisan. Partisan Saison. So raspberry and lemon. So there's a combination there. With a questionable thing on the front. 4.2%. Ray do a great rum. I thought they did, yeah. Oh, it's a seasonal release. So yeah, Partisan. Oof. Lots of beer reviews coming to the channel. I need to start make sure I don't do too many from the same brewery. Some cracking breweries down in Bournemouth though. 8 Arch, just here. Craft Beer Brewery. Anybody any of theirs? Dark Revolution from Salisbury. Anybody any of theirs? Oh shit. Oh, got to shoot off footy training. We'll crack a beer open when I get back. Have a good one. The Ray and Nephew does sound good, doesn't it? So from Oedipus, if that's how you pronounce it. If it's how you pronounce it. My pronunciations aren't great. I'm from Nottingham. We don't pronounce anything properly. Yeah. I know it's called Strip, and it's a wit beer. 4.5%. Where are these based then? Can't tell. Can't even tell on there. I can see malt, but that's not where they're based. No, can't see where they're based. No, don't see. I can't even make out where they're based, but there you go. That's the next one. And after that, plenty of review stuff for the channel. Always nice to have something different to review. Oh, bless you. That looks nice. Pronounced Oedipus. They're from Netherlands. Are they from Netherlands? Hook Norton 12 Days. Christmassy beer. An original porter. 5.5%. I do like Hook Norton on cask. I do. Strong dark brown beer. Offering a dominant multi-palate with nutty overtones. You can't beat a bit of nuttiness in a beer. Giving way to a lyrical sweetness that speaks for its strength. Cheers. And cheers. Right, last of this box, these mini boxes. Wiper and True. Reviewed one of theirs the other day, to be fair. Supermarket beer. The Espresso Martini. That was quite nice, to be fair. Met the good people down at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival before I fell over and smacked my face. A gluten-free pale ale, Lemon Drop Hill. ABV is 4%. So, chuck that one out of the way. Oh, I'm not tagging all these breweries in. It'll take all night. You know, there's only so much time I want to spend tagging. I'll do it when I review them. So from Buxton Brewery. I haven't had a Buxton for a while, to be fair. They have got a few in Tesco's, but whether they're the same beers, can't remember, you know. Future reference, double dry hop pale ale. They must be doing well to get their beers into Tesco and still make some sort of profit, unless they're doing it for a loss, which is sad. But is it the thing these days? 5.5%, that one. Chuck that down there. Next up, from Siren. In with the Ned. I'm not sure if this is I've not had it before anyway. Well, I think I am. You know, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Session IPA. An ABV 4.2%. Do see a lot of Siren craft these days. Over in Home Bargains of all places. So whether they're getting rid of some of their extra stock to Home Bargains, that's interesting. Brave Noise Pale Ale. I've got the slightest suspicion that I've actually had this before. Didn't think I did when I picked it up. Brewed for Beer 52 from a Fierce collab with Notch, Fierce, and Beer 52. Beer 52 doing collabs, eh? That will be Wednesday, so that'll be fun. So from Amundsen, and I do like their impy stouts. Do some cracking impies. It's Thunder Juice. It can't be a bit of Thunder Juice. Yeah, New England IPA. Can't see the ABV. Still can't see the ABV. 6.5%. He was working at the beer festival on the Isle of Man. So let me take the Panda Pop bowls out and come back in a minute. It's been a long while since I've had no room in the beer room. Reviewed that 5 months ago. Fucking hell. So from, I think this is Accolade Lager. So new one for me, I think. 4%. Don't remember reviewing this, but you know, memory's not good at times. Ooh. From Stone, it's their Imperial Stout. I've seen this, and this one was one of the first ones that jumped into the basket, as it were. 10.5%. I know that it did that collab with Thornbridge recently. I'm sure Mr. Hopzine actually reviewed that. If memory serves me correctly, I'm sure I've seen it. Not that you see a lot on the internet these days, because to be honest, from what I see on the internet, I don't know if anybody else is actually doing any beer reviews these days, simply because the internet's crap, most likely. From Salt Beer Factory and Guilo, who did a collab with Bang the Elephant literally last year. New England, or this year even. Last year. Yeah, I don't know. It was somewhere. New England IPA, 5.5%. New for me. Obviously, I've no idea of the dates on these beers, and I'm not overly fussed, you know, as long as they taste all right, that's all that matters. So, it's from Two Chiefs Brewing and Venga Boys. It's called Gender Fluid, a vegan milkshake strawberry IPA. Yeah, Venga Boys. Okay, different. Not heard of that one before. Anyway, so many beers out there. Are you going to hear of them all? Most likely not. So from Sly Fox Brewing Company, Softly Falling Darkness Oatmeal Stout. Still 3 more in here to go. So from More Beer Company, I've actually had a stout and a couple of other bits on them on cask. Tasted decent enough, to be fair. PMA Pale Ale. So, yeah. 4 more to go in there. It was some beer, oh, bloody hell. Tolakazi craft beer, and it's their sorghum pilsner. Or the Irish, that's Sly Fox Brewing. Oh. Imported by Beer 52. No, Pennsylvania. So USA brewery. Just the 3 to go. From London Beer Factory. I haven't seen anything from them for a while. They do seem to have fallen off. They did well in supermarkets quite a bit at one stage. I think they had 3 in Tesco's at one stage, but do seem to have fell back. Street Life Pale Ale, Eldorado and Motueka hops. And the last 2 from the box. And then I've got the Panda Pops. From Ad Astra Brewery. There we go. 5.4% land beer. And whatever that says there. 111. I'm not sure if that's the name of it or what. Germany brew. 5.4%. Oof. land beer. And the last of the cans, Voodoo Ranger Hazy IPA, New Belgium, it says. So I'm not sure if that's the brewery or not. What does it say? It's actually brewed in London, so I'm not sure. Maybe New Belgium is just the actual style of beer or something. Good evening, Jamie. Sheffield's a place that I want to visit. We are looking at after Christmas doing catching the train up and doing a day in Sheffield, you know, and then getting the train back. And Mrs. Wraggy might be coming along as well. You know, actually a crew of us going up on the train. Hopefully the train strikes will stop by then, you know, so we can actually book it in advance and know when we're going. So, but yeah, definitely want to get up there. Maybe, internet's having a funky again. So, load of Panda Pop releases, and still slightly low on the. It's amazing how it keeps back going down, up and down. Sheffield Station Tap Room is great. Ooh, have to keep that one in mind. Paint a Smile, double IPA from Pentridge. Obviously, the bottle's solid. You're not missing nothing from Sheffield. It's funny, you know, but you know, going down to Salisbury, which there's nothing in Salisbury apart from the Dark Revolution tap room and the Downton tap room in Downton. In the middle of Salisbury, there's nothing. And yeah, it wasn't. We didn't have a very good evening there doing the beer run, because it was the only place that had anything that was hardly interesting was bloody Wetherspoons of all places. You won't get off the station. So that's the first one from Pentridge. From Pentridge again, New Billboard Day. A grapefruit IPA, 7%. Interesting to see that Pentridge, one of these is a bit sticky. Interesting to say that Pentridge have got a lot of their beers going here. So either they're doing a bit of an offer with low cost, or the dates are coming up, one or two. Sweater Weather double IPA from Pentridge. I do find that Pentridge do a lot of these double IPAs and that. I went to their tap takeover on Campbell Street, which is in Belper, Derbyshire. 6 beers on, and all of them were either doubles. There was no like impy stouts for their birthday, and they were all very, very samey, shall I say. Loads of places around good Sheffield. Keep meaning to book a weekend there. Yeah, I do want to pop over there. So, Stuff and Nonsense from 5.5% from Fierce Beer in Scotland. Put that one in. I did go through these because I wanted to try a load of their beers. So, Tappy Pills from Daya. 4.4%. Nice and solid. Chuck that one in. Old Man Patterson double IPA from Pentridge again. See what I mean? Quite a few from Pentridge. Although that's quite clear from them. Usually thick and hazy, but Major Jane rather. Dry cider from Barbourne Cider Company. That'll be squashable because it's a cider. That one can go in there. Looks like I've got to get rid of all these little bottles first before I go on to the bigger bottles. Trembling Wire IPA from Pentridge, 6.8%. West Sleet if you're going drinking in Sheffield. Obviously, I do want to get up there. It will be after Christmas, though, because before Christmas, too much to pay out for. Kind of a big peel. Blood Orange Sour from 71. And the final beer. Now I can actually drink again there. talking about these beers, I want a beer. And the last one from Double Barreled and Elusive Perpetual Motion Double IPA. And that's the beer hall. Some beer hall. If you missed it, you'd have to go back to the front and start again. But literally 45 minutes just talking about new beers. Hell of a lot to get on the channel. None of them are going to get on the beer wall because the beer wall's rammed. So I'll have to just do a few at a time, as it were. But on the Baltic Porter, there we go. I can actually talk now. So yeah, oh, good time in Bournemouth and that. I moved out of the way. I can't see the screen. Went to some good pubs. Drank a lot of different cask. I was really happy to get hold of Badger on cask. I was hoping that I might get some, really, releases that you just don't see anywhere else. But no, it was pretty much the same stuff that you get everywhere in bottle form, to be fair. Yeah, the beer wall hasn't been. There are some empty bottles on the top, but I've actually double stacked in front of them. I've had to knock off all the glasses. I mean, I could actually fill the bottom shelf up, but the bottom shelf that you can't see on camera. But the bottom shelf's got glasses on and that, so at the moment I can't. But yeah, all good. Like I say, I do want to get a second. This is the only problem, Adam. I need to knock off some of the beers that have been here a little bit longer. There's not many, to be fair, nowadays, because I have gone down and through them quite a lot. There's not many that have been here a long time. There's one bloody low alcohol job that I might just sling anyway because I'm not going to drink it. But for the most part, none of it's that old. But yeah, I'm going to have to look at not just drink all the impy stouts or big beers, and yeah, try not to anyway. These things happen. I do also, though, I'm also looking at, I'd like to brew the barley wine from Love Brewing before Christmas. Maybe even a wine kit. I haven't done a wine kit now for, God, it's got to be a year. Thing is, with wine kits, you can brew them. It has been a while. Yeah. That needs doing. Yeah. But you can do a wine, especially a red wine. You couldn't do it with a white wine, but you can brew a wine and stick it in a barrel and just drink from the barrel. Yeah. Gets a bit naughty when you're pouring yourself a pint out thinking it's a beer. But yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't get many days where I need to come down the shed and hammer something because I've had a really bad day at work. Don't really get that anymore. But you never know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reviewing them. Got some nice beers from the likes of Downtown that are over there that you can't really see on camera. There's some nice impy stouts, but I don't want to drink all the big impy stouts first. That's my absolute bad one, where I drink all the stuff that's nice, and then I'm left with all the 4% stuff that I really don't fancy. And then you drink it, and you're like, and you can't get your, I mean, there's the times when you drink it, and it tastes absolutely fantastic. But you look at a 4% and you think, oh, bloody 4%. And especially if there's a 2% one, then, I really don't want to be drinking 2%. If I can help it. So I've got this beer hill tonight. And then in the next day or so, I presume, the adventure beer haul will come as well. So I'll be getting that. Now, you say you like drinking lagers. Do you like the, like the wheeled lagers, like your Estrellas, your Staropramen, German lagers and that? It's interesting because obviously a lot of people like Stella. You know, it is what it is. Stella in Belgium is a different thing to Stella in the UK. That's for certain. I do find, I mean, that shore leave that I had yesterday, that was absolutely disgraceful. That was. What were Brewdog thinking of? Did they brew a beer to look crap because it smelled crap, tasted crap? We all drink what we like, to be fair, don't we? I have the opposite problem. I now almost have all empty stouts left, as I don't drink anything above 6% on weekdays, or if I'm driving the next day. Fair play to that. Yeah. I mean, surely it depends when you cut off, but obviously, I know Liam Rusco. He in the week he may have a beer, but he'll have it like 11 in the morning when he finishes work. And that's it. You know, he won't drink after a certain time because he's a driver. You know, you can't be getting pulled over with any alcohol. I think they've got 0 alcohol tolerance at his workplace. So just to show you out there. I mean, some workplaces do, don't they? I mean, when I worked at Rushcliffe, they were doing alcohol tests. In fact, they called me in one day, shitting myself, thinking, fucking hell, I had beer yesterday. Can't be, went for the test, 0. And it was like, yes, you bugger. Isn't shore leave brewed to be like Doombar? Well, if it is, Adam, it's disgusting. I mean, Doombar kicks the arse of shore leave. The Audi clone kicks the arse of shore leave. I might actually buy all 3 for bedevilment. And do beer versus beer. NHS, tough job to be working in, you know, especially with the strikes. I can understand why the strikes are going ahead. Checkmates is nice. Yes. Yeah, the Thornbridge and Budvar collab. Oh, that is an absolute banger, that is. Certainly better than Stella. But everyone drinks what they drink. I'll stick to me Baltic Porter. I need to do some beer versus beers for lives up on the run up to December the 1st, when I'll be doing daily advent calendar lives. That'll be interesting again. At least this Chromebook's actually not playing up, and hopefully my voice sounds all right. I reckon it was a bit of dust in the microphone because I blew it, and no one's moaned today yet. So yet, looking for a new job after Christmas. Yeah, it's a tough world out there for jobs. It really is. The right job, anyway. You know, I kind of look at it that if you're in a fair job, you know, look for a new job. Don't tell them you're looking for obvious reasons. But then when you go for your interview, make sure it's the right job you're going for. Go for your interview. And as they're interviewing you are basically interviewing them. There's questions you ask them. And it's to gauge what they want, what they are. And, you know, it's really interesting. Dusted the glass, that was wagon. Yeah, maybe. What's your best beer? Drank so many beers over the years. I still think the best beer that I've ever tasted was the original version of Lumiere from Bang the Elephant, Derbyshire-based brewery, Derbyshire, Nottingham. Before they started doing all the bloody barrel aging. No, Adam, I just chuck them on. Yeah, they just came out of the box. I chucked them on. There is a bit of that going off, as you can see up here. There's yeah, a few from A-Torch there, although there's a few more over there, and then Dark Revolution there, Downton over there. There's Charmwoods and scattered about. Diversity and inclusion. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Titanic Plum Porter. The Grand Reserve. The port infused Grand Reserve Plum Porter. Now you're talking. That is legend status beer. Oh, my legs. I'd love to have the Grand infused. No, the Amaretto infused cherry porter, Grand Reserve cherry porter. Now that I would like to have, and it depends what my son and wife want to get me for Christmas. There's certain breweries that I want to get some beers from, like we all do, but it's looking at what they do. If they do a free delivery. Good evening, Alan. A bit better than last week, yeah. God, I felt rough some days last week. Lying there, you're on holiday and you feel like crap. And I did. I woke up most mornings feeling rubbish. Nothing to do with the beer even. Yeah, didn't even have that much bloody beer. And can't have sneaky beers in the caravan either. Can't do it. Yeah. What are you doing in that kitchen? I had a few. I drank more than 2 pints a night, of course, but I certainly didn't go overboard or anything like that. Infused in mini keg. Tell you what, Adam, in mini keg, if it works out that it's worth it on the price per pint, that'll be interesting. I love a traditional best. I do like a good best bitter. Daleside's Old Legover. That's a good name, isn't it? And Ellen Brewery Nettle Thrasher. Ellen Brewery, Leeds area, yeah. But I think that's on the website. Beer in the East, where he lives in his part of the world. Some local shop of his are doing a load of Christmas beers, and I'm wondering if the likes of B&M or Home Bargains will have. They had St. Peter's Plum Christmas Ale, which is stunning, and St. Peter's Winter Ale in single bottles. They'd have been a 4-pack, but the single bottles, £2.99 each. Well worth £2.99, both them beers. And they had a Woodford's Christmas beer as well. So we're obviously getting to that season where Christmas beers are coming out. I've not seen anyone, not that I see a lot these days anyway, because social media's shit. But anyway, toilet review. Yeah, it's the only place I could do a review at over in Salisbury. Yeah. Got TV in the background, and you can't talk when the wife's there. B&M's got some Christmas beers. Oh, did you notice what they were? Just open the new ones. I've been to B&M for ages. I'd love B&M to actually have Old Roger back in. More than likely, it's crap these days. But it'd be nice. M&S always normally the same beers, to be fair. But yeah, B&M, that's interesting. It's obviously Morrison's will probably have Locking Rudolph, and the Bateman's Brewery beer, they'll have that in. What's it called? I forget the fucking name of it. I'll do my yearly review of it. 35 quid for the Grand Reserve Port Infused, but sold out now. What, on mini keg? Was that 5 pints? That's not bad for 5 pints. 9 pints rather. Not bad for 5 pints, 9 pints. My audio was removed. What's that bollocks about? So, died on me for a minute there. I reckon it's StreamYard that does it. So can everybody hear? Just out of curiosity. Because it says my audio has been removed. I don't know what that's about. B&M had Rosy Nosy Christmas ale the other day. Rosy Nosy. Bateman's. On their own website, they still have the regular mini for 27. 9-ish pints. Oof, that's a shame. Well, I hope I'm back. Am I back? Am I not? Have you in the UK got the fresh wort kit? Fresh wort kits are worts that are ready-made by professional brothers so that you don't. I tell you what, Alan, I'd love them in the UK. All you do, fresh wort kits. It's brewed by them. All you've got to do is chuck a bit of yeast in. Yeah, it went down for a minute or so. Bloody thing. So annoying when it does that. But yeah, those fresh wort kits, I'd love to see that over here. Yeah. I'd love to tap some of the local breweries up and say, you know, do you have ever any fresh wort that you want to get rid of for note? so I can brew it at home. I don't think they do it. The funny thing is, you know, in the lines going from tank to tank, you know, when they transport it from a tank, say the fermentation tank, the copper, to the fermentation tank, all that in the line, they lose. If all that in the line was took off where it's high, poured back into a bucket, and then sold to you, this is a question I'm going to ask on Wednesday. Hopefully the good fellow will get back to me before Wednesday morning because I need to know what time to show up. Hopefully not 5 in the morning because that would be a killer. But hey ho, it's all good if you do. So Wednesday, Dave and Adam and everybody else, I'm brewing an Imperial, supposedly, walnut and chocolate stout with Alter Ego Brewing. It's going to be based around the magnifying glass. It's going to have the magnifying glass in the clip art, whatever you call it. Yeah, on the pump thing. Yeah, Grand Reserve sold out. They don't make enough of it. They need to put more out. Do you know, this is the funny thing about breweries. Why, you know, make enough? We have 10 to 15 to choose from. Could you imagine putting it in a bagging box and selling that fucker? They call them IPA ales, Christmas Gold Ale and Christmas Blonde. Right, oh, that's interesting. Might have to see if the local, I don't know what it is with Nottingham these days, but our B&Ms get literally nothing. And same with the home bargains. It really is look at the draw if you get anything. You see it all around the country where people are getting new beers. Certain people way before everybody else. Obviously, somebody works for certain companies and sorts one out to one side sort of thing. £5.99 for 3 beers. Ah. Might have to get them at some stage. It'd be interesting, you know, if you could go around all the supermarkets and pick up 24 different Christmas beers and then do a Christmas beer advent calendar with all the supermarket beers on the run up to Christmas. That could be a way of doing it. Not cheap though. Well, none of it's cheap these days, is it? I mean, let's be fair. If you're looking at any brewery for an advent calendar, for most breweries, you're looking at about 80 or 90 quid. So, it's not cheap at all, advent calendars. Brewdog at 50, but do you really want to be reviewing stuff that's already in the supermarkets readily? I was looking at Siren Craft. But again, good evening, Matt. How are we? And hope you're well. Thank you for the Lord's Brewing beers. I'm slowly making my way through them. I have been buying a bit recently, to be fair, to bump up my stockpiles. As you do, going into winter, need some review stock, and I'm getting there. I think it's, yeah, but it's getting older. The beers before December. I mean, there are some great beers in supermarkets. I mean, you could do a supermarket beer advent calendar, picking all your favourites. I mean, that's something. Especially if they're on a deal. You know, one must always snag the deals and keep away from Morrison's because they're fucking expensive, aren't they? Just, eh? That's interesting, Alan. That really is. You know, I have heard about it. Somewhere in the UK was doing it, you know, where you buy the wort. But yeah, to have an IPA which put the hops and yeast that you want in yourself. Whoa. I was always tempted to buy the Evil Dog kit, which is available everywhere. About 30 quid these days. It's not the cheapest, but the ABV's appealing at, you know, around about 8%. And not using the hops they give you, you know, chuck them away, and buying some different hops to chuck in it, and doing a different one every time, like you know, using Citra hops maybe one time, and doing your own and double dry hopping and all that business with a beer kit. It is an interesting idea to do. You know, having a Evil Dog Sabro, using, you know, plenty of Sabro hops in the pour, in the brew. My only thing is to not bump the ABV up too much. You know, you don't want to be putting too much ABV in, do you? I am actually looking at maybe going back to some of the old-fashioned beer kits. I did mention this the other week, to be fair, and rebrewing some of the older ones, like your George's. Is it George? And their Best Bitter, and some of them, and seeing if not using sugar, but using, you know, malt extract instead, and seeing you know, about brewing the beers, but doing it that way. Yeah, you've got to. You're right there. You've got to break that 4 for free at Morrison's. If you're going for a single beer, you're paying silly prices. You've got to be buying 4. Pissing down again in Sheffield. Yeah, it's supposed to be in all night. So pray to God nobody's in a flood zone, because we've had a lot of parts of Nottingham cut off. In fact, near my workplace at Newark, where I'm going tomorrow, the River Trent there is gone over its banks and flooding all the farmers' fields. Luckily, it is the farmers' fields, nothing else. But yeah, this is going to add fuel to the fire. Not good for anybody who lives in those areas, sadly. But anyway, cheers. Oh, luckily the temperatures aren't too bad at the moment. I haven't had to deploy the radiator at the moment, so yeah, I need to re-look at some of the old beer kits and see if any of them are half decent. I mean, let's be fair, St. Peter's at 20 quid, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And if you do like the honey porter, get it soon, because it's been discontinued. Yeah, they're getting rid of it soon. I wish they'd get rid of the golden ale, because I don't really like that kit, but that's just me. Yeah. Ruby Red's not bad. I don't mind the Ruby Red, to be fair. Could just do with an extra half a bag of sugar, just to put the ABV up about 6%, as you do, you know. Push that ABV up a little bit. But I wish Bulldog Brews had actually released some new beer kits. Look out, the rain has stopped in Wales. Has it just stopped? Bloody hell. Beer time again. Can't fault it. Although this is the same glass that I started off an hour ago, you know, it's, yeah, I'm slacking. Although I will be down for a review later, you know, got to do it, haven't I? Got to put the reviews in. It's my nightly thing, coming down the shed, doing the beer reviews. I need some peace in life. I came home after a day at work and spring cleaned underneath the stairs. For some reason, they put the electric meter under the stairs. The only problem with that is, then they put one of these Wi-Fi things that sends out the meter reading. What happens? They keep sending some twat round to the house to read the meter. And I don't know about you underneath your stairs, but we chuck all our shoes, coats and that under the stairs. So it's never an easy place to get to. It comes around, can't get to it, mate. You know, it's rammed. We need time. But tomorrow they're coming to put a new Wi-Fi thing on because the other one's not working. Hey ho. Pity you can't get a bit of free Wi-Fi off it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Imagine that, tapping into a bit of free. Do you know, having a drink, as long as you're not getting yourself rattered out of your skin every night, is a good thing. 2 or 3 beers a night, I don't see an issue with it at all. You know, too many people are jump on people's backs, and this stupid bloody thing that on bottles where it says you should only have 14 units a week. Oh yeah. Tell that to all the MPs in Parliament who are sitting there getting pissed every night on the free beer and spirits and that. Down to the last 4 pints of the Verdant beer takeaway. Bless you. And at £2.50, you know. Was it £2.50? Yeah, can't fault you for that. I don't know what's happened to my homebrew. It's like someone's been in the shed and nicked half of it. I'm sure we have more homebrew than that, unless I necked it before I went away on my holiday. I think I necked it. Yeah. I think I need to save some of the ones that I've got here, do the review of some of them, and then the rest store ready for Christmas, because obviously at Christmas you want beer, don't you? And I dare say there won't be a massive amount of this around at Christmas, but yeah, can't win them all on that side of things. I do intend to get another. I think I might just go down the low cost route and see what happens. I like the fact that you have no idea in God's green earth what you're getting. It could be, it's the random of it is so amazingly random. I mean, it's like in my beer hall today, that 30% bitter was absolutely hilarious. It was only £3 £3 for a 30% bitter. And I thought, I've got to do it. I've got to do it, you know. Can't for that price. Right. £2.50. Yeah, that is a result, that is. Absolutely. So, yeah, live beer reviews coming up on the channel. 24 days. And at least the internet, for the most part, apart from literally 2 minutes of pissing about, but it did come back up. So, and you can jump back into it. That's the only good thing about StreamYard, where you can jump back in. I couldn't do it on YouTube because YouTube had died and it not let me back in. So, and on StreamYard, I can go to a slightly lower resolution. I will have to try the live on YouTube at some stage. And I like this thing where you can invite people in as well. That'd be interesting. Getting another beer reviewer's name and actually saying, come on, get online, and inviting them into the beer review. That'd be funny, especially if we've got the same beers, of course. But right, better go back up the house and go and see the wife, go and put some dinner on, and quickly drink that before I go up the house, as you do. But thank you everyone for joining in tonight, and it's nice to keep the lives going. I need to get back into the spirit of things. You know, you come away from something and then you stop doing it, and then you really don't feel interested in it at all. Are you sure it's a bitter, as in an ale, or as in that Angostura bitters? It's like the Angostura bitters, mate. Yeah. I would assume it's not a bitter. Not 30%. But yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. I'll review it. I'll get what I get. I'll drink it anyway, and I'll enjoy the 30%. Well, hopefully. Yeah. If I don't enjoy it, then it could be a bit of an issue. But Yes. Thank you all for joining in. Better go and see the wife. She's doing cakes and I'm cooking. Bless her. She's got a lot of cakes to do, mind. She's got two wedding cakes this week. Ouch. See you soon. Cheers all. And it's always when I click off that somebody comes in onto the stream and goes, yeah. And, you know, it's just sod's law. You watch it happen.